Yo, this is Locksmith with interviews, life behind bars.
Man, I'm just repping my city, silly and me to deny what I knew was better, but precious in my endeavors to rhyme. So I take my feelings and spill and put them all inside these rhymes. These other niggas be hating, waiting for me to decline, but a nigga got notes for days. Frankie Beverly Mays.
Oh man, Richmond, California. Not too far from Oakland, you know what I'm saying? Not too far from Berkeley, not too far from Frisco. It's a small city, but it's where I'm from, man. You know, raised in South Richmond, Crescent Park, which is like, I guess the equivalent to would be like a projects. But it wasn't like that to me growing up. You know, where I was at, it was like a village kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and we didn't realize it because there was like violence and stuff going on. But when you're born in it, you don't realize it. You know what I mean? So it was called Crescents because it was like a circle. That was literally how the apartments were. So our Crescent was like a village. You know what I mean? And my next door neighbor, my godmother, she was like a second mother. 2 houses down was my auntie. You know what I mean? Like, it was just like, that's how it was. My grandmother lived behind, you know? So it was just like everybody was raising everybody's kids. So it was like, you know, how that saying, it takes a village to raise a child. That's literally how it was. And then when other, like, violence and these kind of things that was happening, because Richmond, you know, for those that don't know, it is like a quote-unquote hood. You know, and that during that time, you know, when I was growing up, like in the 80s and stuff like that, it was, you know, it was kind of like that crime thing was kind of first starting. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you first saw the drug dealers and, you know what I'm saying, on the Kawasaki's and the Honda Ninjas and all that stuff. But we were just kids, you know, out playing football in the parking lot or baseball behind the wash house. And so all these kind of things shaped me, but I was fortunate enough to have a mother and father who was there with me. You know, my mother is African-American, my father is Iranian, Persian. So that in itself, you know, is its own obstacle, you know, in America, in society. Then growing up in Richmond, like in the hood, you know, my mom, here she is, this black woman with 4 children before she ever met my dad. You know what I mean? My dad, you know what I mean, meets her, they get married, they move to Richmond, you know what I mean? They have this biracial kid, you know what I mean? People didn't know what we were. They didn't know what I was. They thought I was Mexican, you know what I'm saying? They thought my dad was Mexican or white or nobody knew, you know what I mean? It was just, what is Persian? What is Iranian? Like, people didn't even understand what that was. You know, when I was little, he, you know, took me back to his country and stuff like that. But, you know, I was culturally raised black. You know what I mean? Because that's what I was surrounded by. You know, my brothers and sisters were black, my friends were black. The environment that I was surrounded around was, you know what I mean, like I said, the United States urban hood, you know? But at the same time, I knew something was a little different, you know, and, you know, people didn't know what it was. So sometimes people would interact with me in a different way.
My family said it was late, now I was stranded in the cloud. But it's hard to see the stage, you standing in the crowd. Never the type to beat excuses, never take like who seems abusive. Try to rewrite the things of you, that is a fight that seems elusive. I don't expect for you to catch what I've been doing, that's the caption. I don't talk about success, I just prove it in my action.
When I graduated high school, I was heavily into basketball. I wanted to get a scholarship, I didn't get a scholarship, but, you know, I went to community college, did well. And but then around that time is when I started getting into music. So basketball kind of stopped becoming like a first priority to me. But I wanted to continue my education. And I always, as a high school, I had mentors, very grateful to have mentors in my life who went to UC Berkeley growing up. So we used to go to events and go to stuff at UC Berkeley. So my dream was to always go to Cal Berkeley. When I finished high school, I was like, yo, I'm gonna go to community college. I'm gonna do it and I'm gonna get in. So I went to community college, I got into UC Berkeley, I got to UCLA, UC Davis, you know what I mean? So I was just like, I'm going to Berkeley. I mean, I was gonna go to UCLA. I was very close. I was like, yo, it's LA to be something different for me. But it's like, I can't not go to Cal. It was my dream, and it's right there, you know? And it was great. I studied African American studies, Near Eastern studies as well, but I got my degree in African American studies. And it was a great experience, man. Like, the networking, the people that you meet, the experience, you can't replace that with any kind of, you know, colleges. You can't replace that with any other experience.
This is a battle. This is a battle, America. This is hip-hop. This is the real deal. My man Locksmith, you next to rock. Kid Capri, let the beat drop. Let's go.
Wave your hands like this, come on, yeah. Wave your hands like this. New York, the new Bay, yo, look, yo. You think you sicker than lock? Only if I let
you tell it. I stick my finger up your girl's cooch and make you smell it. I stab it with my spit stick, then I do some sick-ish, like smack you with the same rag I used to wipe my with. Nitwit, you want some chick-ish. Look at your lipstick, look at the way your hips switch, look at the way your lips twitch. You can't even speak clear, and just think, if I would've wore a condom, you wouldn't even be here. Keep clear, pump, you punching your little ball sack, get your jaw cracked trying to mess around with this raw cat. I'm on that, you about to
Back up.
Battle rap is something I didn't even know I could do. You know what I'm saying? Like I, started rapping, and I fell in love with hip hop. I fell in love with writing, rapping. Like I just fell in love with the poetry of it. There was an unsigned hype battle for The Source magazine. They used to have a traveling unsigned hype tour. And they were like, yo, we, at that time it was 3 of us. We were like in a crew. We were like, yo, we sent our demo to the unsigned hype in The Source. And they were like, well, look, we already got our unsigned hype for this month, but we're coming to the Bay Area. Just come to this place. So I thought we thought we were going to perform, but they were like, nah, each person got to be separate. You got to rap. This is a battle. I didn't even know what that was. I was like, really? Oh shit. Okay, it was at Southland Mall in Hayward. So I said, all right, and I just killed it. I didn't even know I could do it. You know what I mean? Like that was my first time freestyling in front of people. Like it was like, each person had to go up. You had to like spit over a beat, and that was my first time freestyling like in front of people. And everybody was like, whoa. And I was like, oh shit, okay. And then they were like, all right, you're in the battle round. So then I just started battling people and was like beating everybody and got to the last round. I didn't win it, but I got to the last round. And everybody, I just got recognition in the Bay after that. People were like, yo, that kid Locksmith. So I was like, oh shit, I got I got some juice. I was like, yo, this could be something. And so that's how I just kind of fell into it. But I always use battle rap as a vehicle. Battle rapping is about instant gratification. You're delivering a blow to the person that you're dealing with. You know what I mean? And you need that crowd to be like, ooh, shit, right there. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that MTV battle, let's just take that, because I feel like that was a mark battle. That was 2003. Here we are in 2016. That was 13 years ago. You know what I mean? It's crazy. So, in that time period, I've gone through experiences. Man, I've loved, I fell in love, I fell out of love, my mom passed away. You know what I'm saying? I've grown, I matured. Hopefully, I've gained some wisdom. So that's gonna reflect. It's gonna be injected into my music. It's like a journey. You know what I'm saying? So you're like, you're bringing people into your world, so it's a little different. And I always knew that, but it takes time to learn how to convey it. So to me, there's no other feeling, there's no other joy of creating songs in that way, knowing they have an effect on people. To me, that's more than proving you're a better rapper than somebody else. Like, even though I love that, and I'm gonna always work on my skill because I love that too, but I know, like, what really makes an impact to me, the artists that I love are gonna be the ones that make me feel a certain way. Not just be like, oh shit, like he was so incredible. Like, I love that too. But there's something way deeper than when you connect with somebody on an emotional level.